All right, Larry Krueger here at Levi's for the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show. A little quick recap of this game that the 49ers lost today to the Arizona Cardinals. Kazir White with the interception at the end seals it 24-23. Cardinals beat the 49ers here at Levi's. All right, let's talk a little bit about this thing. The game started with Kyler Murray with a 50-yard touchdown run. He went untouched. 7-0 Cardinals. Devondre Campbell with a poor run fit early on. Murray was gone, took off to the races. He'd been averaging 40 yards per game rushing. He went for 50 yards untouched. 7-0 Cardinals. Jake Moody's field goal cut it to 7-3. 6-play, 60-yard drive as the Niners responded. Niners' third drive featured an incredible catch by Brandon Ayuk on 3rd and 6. A great scramble by Brock Purdy on 2nd and 8 that got him to the 43-yard line. And then Purdy found Jennings on 3rd and 5 to the 18. Purdy then on 1st and goal from the 5 hit Kittle for a 5-yard pitch and catch to cap a 13-play drive and to make the Niners up front 10-7 at that point. Arizona made a field goal there in the second quarter to tie the game at 10. 49ers' fourth offensive drive was 11 plays and ended with a Jake Moody field goal to make it 13-10 49ers. So this is where this game started to turn and get kind of wild. Jordan Elliott had a blocked field goal that Demo Lenore picked up and took back 61 yards for a touchdown. And the Niners got a defensive score, and they're up 20-10. And anytime you get a defensive score, you think you're going to win the game. Bosa then had a second quarter interception on a hitch pass that Murray threw. And then on the on one of the plays in the first half, Jake Moody hurt his leg, so Mitch Wishnowsky had to come in and kick field goals. Wishnowsky would hit a 26-yard field goal to make it 23-10 at half. So that's where it stood at half. Niners were doing a great job in the first half on James Conner. They held him to 1.5 yards per carry in that first half. Second half starts, Leonard Floyd hits a key sack. It leads to Arizona punting on their first drive of the third quarter, and Purdy gets the ball back, but his pass was tipped by Roy Lopez and intercepted by Mack Wilson. Ryland then made a field goal to make it 22-13. On the next possession, the Niners had a nice long drive. They had a touchdown drive, but they had to turn it over on downs because they were forced to go with it because without Jake Moody, they had no field goal kicker. It was 4th and 23 from the 27. Purdy threw incomplete to Kittle. The Niners lost 3 points right there. Normally, they would have kicked the field goal. They would have had 3 more points. Instead, they don't kick the field goal. So Arizona gets it back. They put together a 12-play drive, and Murray hit Higgins for a 2-yard pitch and catch for the touchdown. And then Connor ran in the 2-point conversion, an aggressive move for sure by Gannon, but he went for 2. That gave them the 2-point lead, 23-21. Niners were Niners had a 2-point lead at that point, 23-21. Niners were going in for the clinching score, and J.P. Mason fumbled at the 8 and trying to clinch the win, and they gave the ball back to Arizona with 6 minutes and 11 seconds on the clock. And then Sorensen's defense caved on the final drive. It was a 14-play, 74-yard drive. They started it at their own 9-yard line. 4th and 5, Murray beat Isaac Yiadom with a pass to Marvin Harrison Jr. for 6 yards to keep Arizona's hopes alive. And then Murray had a 13-yard scramble to get them into field goal range. And then Chad Ryland kicks the 35-yard field goal, 24-23. The Niners' second half possessions in this game: pick, turnover on downs because they had to go for it because their field goal kicker was hurt, fumble, and then Brock Purdy throws the interception at the end to Kazir White to clinch it. 24-22. 49ers lose again. They fall to 0-2 in the division. They got a quick turnaround. They take on the Seahawks Thursday night. Painful loss here at Levi's. We'll have more to talk about on the KMBR postgame show. Join me on the Krug show as well. Kev, Danny, Rye, they'll all be there. Bitter. This one's bitter, man. 24-23, 49ers lose to the Arizona Cardinals. And as I said, Kazir White with the game-clinching interception at the end, and the Niners lose. I'm going to go into the locker room. We'll talk to some of the players. We'll talk to Shanahan, and we'll be back up on the KMBR postgame show, and then join me, of course, on the Krug Show on YouTube. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of the Krug Show. Thanks to all you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.